All right. Welcome back, everyone, to Switchback Racing League. We are back for another round here in Tier 1 of Season number 4. This is SBR's fastest tier, remember. So we're going to see these drivers setting the quickest lap times in the entire league. So we're here at the Baku Street Circuit for the upcoming Azerbaijan Grand Prix for Round 5 of SBR. Alright, so let's talk about this track before we get into the action here today. It's got 20 turns, which makes up a circuit length of 6.0 kilometers. That's 2.0 miles long. And there's also 2 DRS zones to help encourage overtaking 4 rounds here at the Baku Street Circuit, with one being down that super long DRS stretch down to turn 1. That's the pit stretch down to the first turn. And then if you can't make an overtake into that particular section, there is another DRS zone in between turn 2 and turn 3, and so that's a great place to make an overtake as well. But besides that, sector 2, sector 3 can be a little bit more harder for overtaking, but we can see drivers sending it down the inside into a turn like turn 15. So with the track details aside, let's get into the racing here today as we get ready for 15 minutes of qualifying. You join us then as we head into the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. This is Q1, so after this we'll be heading into Q2 and Q3 like we usually do. And in the commentary box for today, it's the same commentators for today's race as we usually do. It's myself, Formula Jonah, and joining me once again is Ronnie. Welcome back to the commentary box, my friend. How are you feeling about this upcoming race here in Azerbaijan for Tier 1? What are you expecting for this upcoming race?
Hello to everyone in this stream. Hope you're all doing okay. Thank you for having me, Jonah. I'm looking for some very, very quick times set even in Q1 right now, as there was a lot of quick times yesterday in the Tier 2 race as their first lap. So if anything, this is obviously the quickest tier in this league. There's going to be some very quick times coming straight on the board. I'm watching some people in their laps and they're looking to be pretty quick. But yes, I'm looking, hoping that there'll be a few safety cars in this race. Obviously, I think safety car is on standard. So I think there can only be around 3 safety cars, and then it can for the rest of the race it can be VSCs. So, but I am looking to have a few safety cars to spice up the race. Obviously, safety cars can mess up your strategy, or they can even benefit your strategy. So yes, it would be very, very interesting to see.
Yeah, it definitely will be. It's going to be very interesting to see what these drivers can do. I'm excited for a very interesting race here today in Tier 1. Real quickly, I'm sorry to mention this again, but I think we had a comment that came in that said there was a little bit of an echo on my mic again. I wonder maybe if that's something to do with like my internet issues or something like that. But just in case, do you mind maybe resetting your mic? I'll do the same, just so we have a clear mic connection there.
Yeah, of course. It's probably my mic because it has been echoing a little bit. So yeah, it's probably my mic. Just let us know if there is any echoes. I'll do that right now.
Okay, I'll do the same.
Right, hopefully there should be no echoes now, but if there is, I will try and get a different mic for this race, for this qualifying and the race.
Let me just check if there's echo. I think we should be all good, but let me check real quickly.
Yeah, of course. Mr. BT goes faster in the first sector, by the way. Watch out for him. He's gone a bit slow through Castle Corner. Maybe, obviously Castle Corner is very tricky, especially the first lap of the first banker in qualifying. He's hit the wall there, not what he's going to be wanting. Jed Designs, he's reserving from Tier 2. I'm not sure if he has taken the full-time seat in Tier 1 yet, but he definitely has some pace to show.
Yeah, Designs is looking really quick right now. Of course, he hasn't really set a really competitive lap time, but I think he's definitely got the pace to be up there. I think he was up there and fighting for consistent points in the last race in Italy, if I'm not mistaken. So he's definitely got the pace here today. I definitely have to agree with that. I think we are all good in terms of echo. I think it's all good there, so should be all good for the future.
Yeah, that's good. Very good to hear. Tage Leroy is still at the top, obviously, and in P2, Cameron in the Aston Martin as its Pyro goes quickest with a 38.1. Very quick time from him for his banker. But yes, if you did not watch the last race last week around Italy, you should definitely go check it out. Cameron was dominant throughout the whole qualifying session. I'm not sure if he did win or not. I'm pretty sure he did, but He drove phenomenally that whole race. I cannot say that word. But yes, he watch out for him, as he's one of the quickest drivers in this league.
Yeah, definitely have to agree with you there. Cameron had some incredible place in the last race in Italy at Monza. I think he qualified fastest in Q1, Q2, Q3, and I can't say if he won the race either. I remember him winning, but maybe that's just from a different race or something like that, but I'll have to look back and see.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he did win, but I don't know, it'll be interesting to see. It looks to be a dry session so far. Obviously, clouds can change very, very quickly in this game. So yes, Nyrox goes fastest in the second sector. Watch out for Nyrox, as he is also another fighter to be up there in qualifying. But yeah.
Yeah, definitely have to agree with you on Nyrox there. He was pretty quick in the Italy race. I think he's definitely got the pace to be up there and up there fighting for the overall victory. And just to confirm, Girone won the Italian Grand Prix. I remember now.
Yeah.
We didn't catch it on the SBR stream, but he overtook, I think it actually was Cameron. I think he overtook Cameron on the final corner on the final lap at Parabolica. He was side by side. It was almost a photo finish to the line. One of the most incredible ends to a race in SBR that I've witnessed. Just to confirm about that, all that sort of thing. Someone else I also want to quickly mention is SSL Mango. Mango is very quick. I actually know him from another. Oh, he's actually just crashed out. Oh no! As I said, that commentary curse, and Mango is out of the race already, or already qualifying. I was going to say Mango is a very, very good driver. I know him from another league, and he's insanely quick. He's actually, I think, 13th around Abu Dhabi or something like that. He's very quick. Unfortunately, he did hit the wall, so he's going to be starting pretty much at the back of the field today. But don't give up anytime soon, because I think Mango's got a chance of going from the back of the grid all the way up to the front of the grid in just the first couple of laps. And with Azerbaijan having so many safety cars and just all that sort of thing, it can make the racing absolutely insane, and just give drivers that maybe were out in Q1, give them the opportunity to get up into the top 5 in the official race.
Definitely, commentator's curse did come into play there. Unfortunate for the Mercedes driver. Like you said, he's very quick, 13th in the world. I'm not sure, I haven't actually seen him in any leagues, but from what it sounds like, he's definitely going to be up there if he has a full-time seat in this league, obviously round 5. So he's going to have to make up some points if he wants to be fighting for the championship. But I'm riding on board with Rudy now. I think he's coming into turn 5. Turn 5 now, turn 6, very tricky chicane. If you brake a bit too late, obviously you can go deep, and then that will mess up your whole chicane. Coming up into Castle Corner now, another very tricky corner. You have to slam onto the brakes and then lift, take it as tight as possible on the inside. You can lose traction as well if you come onto the throttle too early. Obviously a lot of these quick drivers have their traction control off, so they will not be able to come onto the throttle too quickly, but it does help them get that extra pace. But yeah, so he's coming round the final braking zone on this track now. He's taken that pretty slowly, in my opinion. Maybe could have taken it a bit quicker, but that's what it is. That's what Q1 is about. Q1 is about getting a time on the board and then trying to go again and beat that time. Tyre degradation is quite high around here, so he might want to change his softs. I'm not sure how high his softs are, but he's coming up to the line now. He's going to set a 1:38.7, so he's definitely going to want it to improve on that lap.
Yeah, it seemed like he maybe made a little mistake into Sector 3 at that turn 16, if I'm not mistaken. I think that really affected his lap. And the thing is, too, is that look at how close it is from first to basically 12th. They are all in at 138s, and one little mistake that loses you maybe 1 to 2 tenths just completely messes up your qualifying. So maybe you were qualifying P2, you lose 2/10, you're down to P10, P9, somewhere around there. And that's how big of a difference it is. If you make one little mistake, it ruins your entire position for the upcoming race. So I'm insanely, or just surprised, I guess, at how close it is. And I mean, of course, it is tier 1. It is the fastest tier, and all these drivers are so equal in pace. And that's what makes this tier so exciting as well, is that these drivers are so equal on pace, and it is just so exciting as well. To see what happens in this league and all that sort of thing. But yeah, Rudy definitely needs another lap here. He currently has a 138.741. Definitely needs another lap, as well as his teammate Willow in that Alfa Romeo. The Irish driver needs to be going faster. He's currently got a 138.947. Definitely needs a faster lap time in today's race. So both Alphas need a good lap. Mr. BT is about to go for a lap here today, so if you don't mind, I'm going to quickly ride on board with the Alpine driver, then I'll hand it off to you. So, Mr. BT, down the straight, he's going to come down to turn 1, gets right between that curb on the first entrance and exit. That's perfect for him. You want to stay to the right as much as possible. Into turn 2 we go. Don't hit the wall. Get right underneath that tree that's hanging over. As you come into the DRS zone, you're going to see speeds up to around 195 miles per hour. Of course, it depends on your exits out of that particular section as well. Into turn 3, you want to make sure you hit the curb on the right as much as possible. Stay to the left. Brake right at the 50-meter mark, maybe right before, as you come right to the wall to the left, then switch to the right, and then comes into one of the most difficult points of the entire track, turn 6. If you hit that curb, it sends you into the wall to the left now. As you come down into probably the most heaviest braking zone on this track, turn 7, you want to shift maybe into first to second gear. As you come into the carousel section, as Ronnie did mention, a very difficult section is, the Alpine just messes up, goes a little bit too wide into that particular turn, and does unfortunately messed up his lap, and I think he got wind damage because of that as well, which is incredibly unfortunate. So Mr. BT is going to have to go out for another lap here. That's going to be hard for him, because that lap was looking really consistent for the Alpine driver. That probably would have put him up into the top 6. I would say. But what do you think about Mr. BT? Do you think he can get a faster lap time in?
Yeah, definitely. We obviously know his pace. He's not too happy about driving the Alpine again this season, understandably, because obviously he didn't have too great of a season last season. Sorry. But yeah, he's definitely going to want to improve his pace. I definitely think he does have pace to improve, as he's currently got a 38.7. I also saw before Mr. BT started his lap, Jamie Morris in the McLaren spun at Castle Corner, so about, I want to say, 3 minutes ago, as he is actually coming out now. But yeah, Nyrox, so both the Red Bulls are both 1-2 at the moment. Red Bulls are looking insanely strong. Obviously it's only Q1, so a lot of mistakes can happen. But yeah, Alpine, if you look at the standings in Alpine aren't having the best start to the season. Obviously EBG Scotty, a very quick driver, he's just not having the best of luck on track. Neither is Mr. BT, so this is definitely their race to make up some points.
Yeah, I think Alpine need a good result in today's race and for future races as well. Like you mentioned, they are not having the greatest season. They currently sit down in P10 with only 8 points. 8 points to their name, and we know how quick Scotty and Mr. BT are. I think they just need some good luck here, because I think they've just been having some horrible luck in the past couple of races here, and it just hasn't really gone their way. The races hasn't really gone their way, so they need a good result here in Azerbaijan. And that's the thing that we do have to talk about, is luck, and also just raw speed and consistency, because here in Azerbaijan it's very unique, because this is where you can get a good result, because drivers are going to be spinning off. You're going to see a lot of crashes in today's race, I think, where if a team can get a good result, this is the place where you can get it, because Azerbaijan, like I mentioned, lots of safety cars, lots of all that sort of thing, and so lots of crashes and strategies that don't go really well, punctures even. And so drivers might even just struggle a little bit and might crashed out, and that for one team, if they get it all right, they can get a really good result in today's race. And I think Alpine are that team to be able to do that, as Scotty goes fastest over